Hey everybody, this is Wildcat News, back with another podcast. I'm going to be hosting today with my partner Blake, and I'm Stephanie Miller. The tables are turning today, and the superintendent, Mr. Pivarnik, will be interviewing us, and I will let him take the lead now.
Are we ready for me?
Yep.
All right. Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Doing good.
This was our second podcast. I listened to the first one. It didn't sound like me. What's that about? What'd you guys do? Somebody went in there and did something to my voice, made it sound like an old guy. All right.
Blame it on Sean.
So it was fun last time. You guys asked me some questions, and then so we talked about what we're going to talk about this time. And I wanted to ask you guys about Whitko and some of your expectations. And so, first of all, tell me a little bit about yourselves and your grade level and what your expectations and plans are.
Well, I'm a junior this year. My name is Blake, and I'm hoping to eventually graduate and then go and get my MBA in accounting and get my CPA license as well.
Nice. Okay. That's cool.
And then I'm Stephanie Miller. I am a senior this year, and I'm hoping to go to college and get some sort of business degree. I'm not quite sure which one yet.
Yeah. Do you have a college in mind? You guys got colleges in mind?
I've thought about IU possibly or Grace, because Grace right now has the best accounting program in Indiana, so they'd be a good match, but it's a little too close to home, so I'm thinking IU probably.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking about Indiana Tech or Trine University.
Nice. Indiana Tech, is that in Fort Wayne?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I've had a lot of friends over the years that have gone there. That's been around a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been in Fort Wayne for a while, too.
Yeah, those are all good places. So have you guys always gone to Whitko from kindergarten on? You
Yep.
guys homegrown
Yeah.
Whitko students? Yep. Okay. So when you look around at the facilities at Whitko, what do you think we should do to improve it? Because you're going to be stepping out this year, going out to the collegiate world.
Oh, yeah.
And you're stepping out next year, Blake, right? So you're going to be here next year. So looking at the Career Academy's had a lot done to it, so it's pretty good shape. But looking at the junior, senior high school down there, if we were looking at possibly doing some improvements to that to make it a better place for you guys, the students, where do you think we should start? What are your ideas on that? Because that's who I want to talk to about this too, you guys.
Honestly, I think a good start would just be having a little more like school color, like colors around the school, so that we can have a little more school spirit. Because recently, I feel like school spirit hasn't been as good as it's been in the past years, and it could use some improvement.
You know, that's a pretty good point. When I was a principal once at a high school years ago, probably I think it was like 100 years ago, it was really drab inside. So I had it all painted, and then I had on the top two at the top of the walls all the way through the building, from the front to the back to the sides, all the way through. With the upstairs, we had the colors were red and white. Good colors, by the way, for IU, right? Actually,
Yep.
crimson, but we'll go red. But I had that stripe painted all the way through to pick up that spirit. And it's surprising how that helped. That's a great point. What about you, Steph?
I think we should have like a few more like programs. Like I remember how my dad would always tell me that they used to have like floats that they would do just to get the school spirit up, and just like projects to do around that aren't just that get you out of school, or that maybe bring you in after school for more extracurriculars.
So I'm here to theme that school spirit needs some work. Why do you think that is?
I just think over the years, students have lost interest in any extracurricular, and when they lose interest in the extracurricular, they don't want to go like watch football games and like have the school spirit that like is a part of being in the student section. They just would rather sit and watch the game and like where all the parents sit, and it's just over the years it just changed to that more so than everybody being in the student section every Friday night.
Do you think upgraded and updated, more modern facilities, remodeling and so forth would help with that?
Yeah, I think it would help bring out like other students just more interested in it. And
so what kind of remodeling do you think would really help with that? I know I'm putting you guys on the spot, but this is just conversation.
Honestly, I think a good start would just be getting more like murals and just like more color in the school to like give it like just to say that we're Whitko and not just be kind of, because right now it's just kind of like white, and here and there's a few things that says Whitko, but that's about it.
That's a good point. The mural's a good point. That's kind of a cool idea, actually, because we're hanging some paintings up, some pictures up in central office hallway because there was nothing there, just these bare walls. And it's kind of you walk in, and so my administrative assistant, she said we should get some prints or something to hang up in the hallway. And I said, you know what, we got a great art department to see if we got anything. And you should see we're hanging them as we speak. She's doing that. So later on, come down and look at, because we're hanging those up, student art, and there's some really impressive stuff there that we're hanging up in that hallway, and it's really going to look nice and give a nice warm effect. What about a turf football field?
I think that'd be cool. So I think that would help bring out some more students to Whitko, one for football, and then bring more students that are already at Whitko out to play football, because if we have a turf field, it'll be a bit nicer conditions.
So if we put in like new tennis courts, because there's a big crack in them.
Yeah, they're really bad right now.
So
yes.
if we right, they need to be redone.
Yeah.
Right. So if we put like nice new tennis courts in, a new track, and a new turf football field, because if you did that football field, and then the band could also go out there, because the band's an important part. I was really impressed with the band. I went to the home game there last week, and the band at halftime, that was really, they did a nice job. That was really cool.
Yeah, they normally do a really good job.
But they're always out in that parking lot once, 100 degrees out in the summer, and that heat coming off the asphalt, they could be on the new turf football field practicing.
Yeah, I know a lot of our sports they just need like rebuilt or whatever. I know last year we didn't even have a home track meet.
Yeah. You know why that? Because we had a water line for the irrigation break.
Yeah.
If we had, it costs a lot of money to keep those things up. And if we put a nice turf football field and a new state-of-the-art track and Daktronic scoreboards and stuff in, it would actually pay for themselves with what it costs to maintain the football field.
Yeah, it would bring more people in
and so forth. And then remodel in some new locker room areas for the teams and make that a state-of-the-art. I have visions that I'm kind of pushing for. I'm kind of getting you guys', and I like to have your ideas on the designs, because you guys are the ones using them. Even these cool cats all sitting behind me right now. I can't look around and see them because you can't hear the mic then, but I can feel that they're involved in this conversation with some sign language. And but we always go out, and which we will, and get community ideas and so forth. But I want to talk with you all, the students, because you guys are the ones that are going to be using that, and you're the ones that are going to be on it, and you're the ones that know what the needs are. So you're the voice I want to listen to and hear the most of, to add into this. Because I'll tell you my vision, and people say, oh, that's going to cost a lot of money. Well, it's an investment in your future. So to me, it's important. But I do visualize new tennis courts, a turf football field, that old welding shop in the high school becoming a state-of-the-art locker room for football and other sports in that area, a large one. The old shop class that's in there becoming a new state-of-the-art weight room and fitness center in there with machines for cardio workouts and so forth. That could be used by the community as well. I visualize turf, softball, girls softball fields, and baseball turf, and press boxes, and nice concession and bathroom facilities and ticket booths. And I want you guys to walk out and those doors, or pull around that parking lot corner and look at that and say, wow, the wow factor. This is my school.
Yeah, give us something to be real proud about.
This is where I go, right?
That'll help with school spirit a lot, I think. And
that filters down to curriculum programs. I want the high school to be a collegiate, that building down there. And I say that building only in reference to this building and that building, because we have two. We have a split campus with two buildings. The junior, senior high school was, my vision on that is the collegiate wing of the district, where those that want to go to college they get exposure to college. We get them on campus, maybe in Manchester. We're in talk with them. where they can spend a couple of weeks on campus taking classes and get the experience of being in class, being on campus. And so you can, in our middle school programs, we identify what your vision, what your dreams are, college, career, whatever that might be, so we can help design your schedule. So your 7, 8, and 9, we spend that time with you to you get the chance to lay out and decide through some assessments and invest in some off-campus investigation, find out what it is you want to do. And then we can help design your schedule. If it's collegiate, then you're at our collegiate campus. You're getting experience on campus somewhere for a couple of weeks, a semester, if not more, if needed. And then you can walk out of there with a college credit. I'm saying not with college credits. In some cases, and I've done this in other schools I've been at, so it's possible, walking out with an associate's degree already that you can apply to any Indiana state school. So that could limit your time on a 4-year campus, right? Save you a lot of money.
Amazing.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
Save you a lot of money.
That'll
Save a
help
ton
a
of money.
lot.
You can
That's
go.
correct.
You can go somewhere, and you got 2 years. You already got an associate. You can go in and finish up your bachelor's in 2 years, and not have to walk out with you or your parents or whoever strapped with that much debt, right?
Yeah.
In the career academy and career tracks and apprenticeships, and also my goal to weave in here is career placement. So you can walk out of here with your certification, whatever field you choose. You've already been out in the field working in that. You have an apprenticeship program, finish somewhere, and you can walk into a career. And that's my vision.
Yeah, that'll bring in a lot of students, I think, and that'll definitely help with the school spirit and just overall school experience.
Yeah. So, okay. I've talked a lot. You guys want to talk some? Did I say anything that surprised you, or anything you want to kind of dive deeper into?
I'd like to hear a little bit more about like what your plan is like with the junior senior high. Like, what do you see in like the next 10 years with it?
Okay. What I see down there is a state-of-the-art complex. Should I go all the way with? I see a nice field house that community can come in and use. I see a academic wing of. I see a building of academic excellence, where students can walk out of there and they can go to the university of their choice, because the colleges nationwide know that when a student comes out of Whitko, that they're coming out of a school that has a top-rated, collegiate, rigorous academic curriculum that has this student ready to succeed on any college campus they want to go to. And so that's my vision for the junior, senior high school. I see the middle school, I guess you call it junior high here, but the middle school to 7, 8, and 9 as a kind of a prep school, if you will, to prepare your students, to prepare you guys to decide which way you want to go, which pathway we'll call it that you want to go. Do you want to go collegiate pathway? Do you want to go career pathway? And then you pick your pathway, and then you filter off from there on which campus you go to finish off your experience here and then move on to your post high school experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
I want to target it down so you guys can walk in to your guidance counselor in 9th grade and say, here's what I want. And here's the big question you need to be asking if you're a senior. Well, you ask yourself this now stuff about college. And that is, what is it that here's what I want my high school experience to do for me. When I walk out of here, this is where I want to go. This is what I want to do. And I was told a long time ago by a counselor at a university level that the best thing a student can tell them when they come there is what they ask them, what is it you want this university to do for you? And you can say, well, I want to be what, like you said, Blake, you can say, well, my goal is to walk out of here a CPA or whatever it was you want to do. And then they can help design that experience for you to be more successful. If you can do that in the collegiate level, at the junior, senior high school at that level, then if you can say to your guidance counselor here then we could design your caseload and your class load with your dual credit classes so you can walk out with that associate's degree already halfway there.
That would be awesome.
If you say, I want to be in the business world, I want to do this, then you can come out to the Career Academy and you can walk out of here certified with an apprenticeship program and already have connections made so you can go to work and start your career there.
Yeah, that'll make a school a lot more enjoyable, and people won't want to get out of here as fast.
Because it gives you a purpose.
Yeah.
Right?
And it gives a way to get ahead in life more than just a normal high school would.
I know we can't sit here and talk all day, although you probably know I could talk with you guys. This is where I get my lifeline, is talking with you guys, my lifeblood. But, I've always maintained that if you can, a successful school, and I've always tried to promote schools to be like this, if you can give students a purpose for being here, you're going to see attendance rates increase. You're going to see grades increase.
Yep.
You're going to see discipline reduced because you come here with a purpose in mind. This idea that I got to go to school today because the state says I have to. It's mandated. I have to go to school. It's the law. I mean, that's not really exciting, right?
No.
But if you're saying, I'm going to school today because I have this group project, I have this to do because this is what I want to do, and this is the program I'm in, and I have to go there so I can move to the next level of my program. So you know what that purpose is. When you know what that purpose is, then you can come here ready to achieve that purpose.
I think that'll really help with like work etiquette and everything, like when it comes to students, like because you get some kids who are just doing the bare minimum to get out of high school, and then they get off to college and it just hits them like a train because they don't expect anything that hard or anything like that because they didn't prepare themselves.
Great. You know what else it does? It helps prepare you to be successful in an interview process. We need to work with you guys on those soft skills that you need to be able to properly interview for a position. So when you go out somewhere, you know how to dress. You know how to act. You know how to talk in those situations. You know how to effectively answer questions and ask questions. Not just show up and go, here I am, I want this job. What are your goals? I don't know. What is it you want to accomplish? I don't know. Why do you want this job? Because I want to buy a new truck. Well, those are, you have to be able to sit down and have those good soft skills and converse and do a good professional interview. And when you have that purpose, and we work with you on that, it's all well-rounded idea that we can prepare you guys for the next level.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It'll help with just overall the whole school experience and just school spirit, and just overall it'll
Success rate?
Yeah, it'll just make everything get better. And
I don't know if any of you people are numbers people. Students, I should say, are numbers, data students, like data. But here's a piece of data to look at, and then we can close this. We're probably running way over time, aren't we? Because I talk too much. And that is the success post-high school, after high school. So let's take college. This is a great one to look at, right? You look at some of the high schools that are, these blue ribbon, 4-star, great schools. We know this is a great school because we're told it's a great school, or because it's got all this legend of being a great school, and they probably are. And how we decide how good a school, how the state and people look at a school to see how great it is by the high school graduation rate. Well, that's a great school because they graduate 98% of their students. Well, I want to graduate 100%. But more than that is how many of those students that go on to college, and that's what they'll say. They'll say we got a 98% graduation rate, and we got 85% of our students are going to a university program, have been accepted in the university. So of that 85%, this is where it gets interesting. Now, you're going to go into a numbers game, right, Blake? So this is going to be stuff you can play with. So of that 85%, how many of those students get a 4-year degree in 4 years? You don't know the answer to that, but that's interesting to look at because I've done it because I'm kind of a numbers guy myself. My big thing has always been data and data-driven instruction. So I've always told when I was a principal and my teachers, we have to do data-driven instruction and use student data to make sure our students are learning what we're teaching. Well, I know my students are. How do you know that? Well, I can just tell. No, numbers tell.
Yep.
Intuition doesn't. But if you look at some of the greatest schools out there and take that number of what percentage of their students that go to a university program actually get a 4-year degree in 4 years, it will stun you on how that line graph drops. Because it's not your fault. You're not been introduced to the rigor and to the curriculum that it takes, or the autonomy that you're going to be given, it takes to receive, to go on that university campus and be successful. Most finish, but they'll finish in 5 or 6 years. But, or they'll give up and move on to something else and go back later, okay? So my goal is to, on the collegiate end of it, is work to give you guys the rigor of a collegiate curriculum and to give you guys the experience of being on campus. So when you get on your own for the first time, you know what to do with your time. You know how to you learn time management, and give you the opportunity to earn enough college credits that you don't have to be there for 4 years to get a 4-year degree. Save you a lot of money and time.
It would.
Yeah, and that'd be very helpful.
And the same thing here at the Career Academy. So I'm just talking in circles now because that's I just get my little soapbox talking about that all day long. But that's my vision. My vision is is a state-of-the-art facility down there for you guys and all of your brothers and sisters and everybody else in Whitko coming up and moving on for not just the next 10 years, the next 100 years.
Very good vision.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
I think that wraps it up.
Thanks for coming out and talking with us.
No, thank you for talking to me. Like I said, I love talking with you guys. And I'm open to all your ideas. Spread around to your friends. The ideas you have for our school, our campuses, improving our facilities, curriculum programs, whatever it is, my office door is open. Come see me and tell me. I want to hear from you guys. I want to know what you guys want. This is your barn. This is your home. I want to know what you want.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.